Hey Solar Girls, it's Miss Garcia. I was thinking of teaching you how to knit. A lot of you saw me knit around the classroom if we had downtime in art, and a lot of you also said that you would like to learn how to knit yourself. But I know that not everyone has knitting needles at home, so I thought that you could learn how to do a kind of knitting that doesn't require needles. It's called finger knitting. And it creates something that looks like this, a long tube with strings on the sides. For this project, all you will need is some yarn, your hands, and then an adult to help you with a pair of scissors. If you don't have access to yarn at home, you can always use something else. I've used ribbons before, I've used old shoelaces, I've used sewing string, and I've even used old clothes and cut them up and made my own yarn out of that. If you would like, I can even make a tutorial in the future on how to make yarn out of old clothes. To start your finger knitting, you are going to want to find the tail end of your string. I'm using this really awesome rainbow string that I had at home. You are going to take the tail end of the string and hold it in between your thumb and your pointer finger. I like to use the hand I don't use to write, so for me, that's my left hand. So, holding the string across my palm between my thumb and my forefinger, I'm going to start by putting the string behind my index finger, over my middle finger, behind my ring finger, and over my pinky. Now for the second time around, we're going to flip it up. So we are going to go behind your pinky, over your ring finger, behind your middle finger, and over your pointer finger. Let's do it again. Behind your index finger, over your middle finger, behind your ring finger, over your pinky. And we're gonna do it one more time. Behind your pinky, over your ring finger, behind your middle finger, and over your pointer finger. And if you look closely, you'll see that there are two loops on each finger. So at this point, I like to kind of push everything together. And to start your finger knitting, you're going to take the bottom loop on your index finger and you are going to just move it up and over and off of your finger. You're going to do the same thing with your middle finger. Bring it up and over. Same thing with your index finger. Take the second loop and bring it up and over. And the same thing with your pinky finger. Bring the second loop up and over. So then you can push all of the yarn down. You can maybe tighten everything up. And now on to our next row. So here, if we flip it over, you can see it doesn't really look like much now. You're gonna take your string and you're gonna go over your pointer finger, behind your middle finger, over your index finger, behind your pinky, then bring it around like a loop, over your pinky, under your index or your ring finger, over your middle finger, and under your pointer finger. And once again, we'll see that there are two loops on each finger. So let's repeat that first step that we did to start our finger knitting. We're going to take this second loop and we're going to move it over the one on top. Same thing, bring that second loop and bring it over the top loop. Bring the second loop over the top loop, and on the pinky finger, do that one more time. And you can tighten everything up and move it all down. And you are going to continue to repeat this step over and over until you get to the point where you feel like you're done. You can make this as long or as short as possible or as you would like it. Also, the size will change depending on how big your fingers are, how long they are, how thick or thin they are. So everyone's finger knitting will look a little bit different. Okay, if you look at my finger knitting, I have made it about as long as I want to make mine for today. I did not tighten mine up a lot in between my rows because I wanted there to be a very open loop, and you'll notice that it made kind of like a long tube with chains on the side. So now I'm going to teach you how to close this off to take it off of your fingers, and in knitting that term is casting off. So to cast off, you are going to take the loop from your pointer finger and you're going to carefully slide it off of your pointer finger and onto your middle finger. And then you're going to take the loop that was on your middle finger and bring it up and over that one. And you can tighten up the string on the side if you would like. Then you're going to take the loop from your middle finger and bring it over to your ring finger, and you're going to bring the loop on the bottom up and over that top one. You can tighten up the strings once again, and then you're going to take the loop from your ring finger and you're going to bring it over to your pinky, bring the bottom loop up and over, and then you can tighten the strings. But you're not quite done yet. What you want to do now is take the loop off of your pinky and take the long string you had and go ahead and tie it in a knot so that your finger knitting doesn't unravel.
This is when you can ask an adult to help you with your scissors to cut the long string to finish your project.
Thanks for joining in on how to learn how to finger knit. Now that you know this skill, you have so many options opened up to you. I turned mine into a headband. You can make friendship bracelets, and you can even join them together to make bigger things like bowls, pot holders, blankets, hats, you name it. Let me know what your finger knitting looks like and what you make out of your finger knitting. Bye, Solar Girls. Have a great day.
Bye, Solar Girls.